This year, Superman brings you the gift of flight. Superman, the movie.
So y'all heard about this new Superman movie? I got an exclusive press screener for this, so I thought I'd let you know my initial thoughts so that you, the audience, can make an informed decision when going to the theaters to see this particular picture. Superman, 1978. I know y'all rushed out to see it, but I'm a little late to the game. So, for a movie critic, I don't see a lot of movies. I realize that I have never seen the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, so I thought I would rectify that, and y'all didn't let me know they were so goofy.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me! Who's got you?
Hey, I know this movie's 40 years old, but I haven't seen the sequel, so don't let me know what happens, okay? No spoilers, I'm gonna get to those. I see a movie with a 2-hour plus runtime, and I go heading the other way. I got things to do in my life. I don't got that kind of attention span. I know I can watch hours and hours of a TV show, but that's at least broken up into handy 30, 45-minute segments. I gotta sit for an entire 2 hours looking at one thing. I feel like most of the time, the story does not warrant that kind of length. You can just wrap it up and get to the point, alright? So it's lucky for me, movies like this I can watch in the comfort of my own home while being distracted by other things. So if I get some details wrong, I'm sorry. I know you comic book nerds are gonna correct me in massive detail in the comments, so I look forward to those novels that are coming my way. Hey, by the way, did you know the Toyman was a character in the comics? Lois and Clark fans do. How long did this movie go? Well, the credits went for such a length of time that I expected Kirk and Scotty to fly by in a shuttle admiring them. We basically get like a little mini movie on Krypton there, which, by the way, seems like a terrible place to live. Are they just sleeping on the crystal? It doesn't appear to be any buildings around there. Do they walk around in their glowing white suits at night like they don't need any street lamps or anything? Like they just they supply their own power? These Kryptonians just seem like too dumb to live. Like they got 30 days to prepare for their planet blowing up. And you got the climate change deniers over there like, I don't think that we're really gonna blow up. But Superman's parents, of course, know what's going on. And they still don't get like a family shuttle or something, or start building an ark to get all the Kryptonians out of there. They're just like, nah, we just got a little snowflake to stick our baby in and shoot him into space. Good luck on Earth. You got Marlon Brando Jor-El looking like a Dairy Queen ice cream cone. You know, a lot of Superman movies just sort of skip this part. You just start with him on Earth as a baby, and then he finds out later, you know, about his dad. He sends him a message and stuff. But no, we get a full 20 minutes of this. It might as well be Jor-El the movie at this point. It was pretty funny when people started blowing up and there was glitter flying everywhere. That was pretty good. I laughed a lot. Jor-El, it's kind of wordy.
This is no careless product of wild imagination, mindless aberration.
Of this intended revolution and author of this insidious
Madness is yours.
accuse me of insurrection.
Molecular structure will make you creep.
They make my strength my life. Then comes the father son.
Stein called his theory of accumulation of all literature and scientific fact from dozens of other equations to the history of our universe with a bloody mosaic of interplanetary war. It is forbidden for you to interfere with human history.
He won't stop giving exposition. He just talks and talks forever. And then, after he blows up and the kid's flying through space, he's still giving exposition. We can't get rid of him. And then, when his kid creates the Fortress of Solitude, He shows up as a big floating head and then starts talking some more. Enough with this, Jor-El. You had your moment, now get out of the movie. I understand that this is an origin movie and you want a bit of his backstory, but they don't spend that much time on the Earth parents. Jonathan Kent's there for like 10 seconds before he drops dead. And did I hear that right? Was Martha Kent's middle name Clark?
Martha, Clark, Kent, are you listening to what I'm saying?
Martha's very reflective about Cheerios. Sorry about Dad, Mom. Gotta go to the Arctic, I guess. 1 hour in, I guess the movie's gotta start at some point. Clark has grown up and become Christopher Reeve, and he is working at the Daily Planet with Lois Lane. And I don't really understand the Daily Planet in this movie. Like, they kind of make it seem like it's a tabloid rag or something. Like, there's talk about rapists and how to spell brazier.
There's only one P in rapist.
There's no Z in brazier.
Golly, Miss Lane, how come you get all the great stories?
Classic Superman, I tell ya. But then, they got like their own jumpsuits, their own helicopter. How can they afford all of these things? What kind of newspaper are they? But by the way, why did that helicopter thing even happen? But props to that one guy who says, "That's one bad outfit."
That's a bad outfit.
I love him. Then of course Clark's gotta go flying in to save her. Hey, what if Lois had died while he was changing? That'd be pretty embarrassing, right? Like, first time out. Big failure. But then we see later that he can just make it appear magically. So why didn't you just do that in the first place? So from the paper's perspective, like what is going on here? Like, the boss bored Clark so much he jumped out a window? Meanwhile, you got J. Jonah Jameson down the street. That Superman's a menace! So after the initial helicopter rescue, I guess Clark just decides to turn on Superman that night. I don't know what he was doing with that suit before. That night, every single crime is happening all at once. I guess this occurred during the Purge. Why was your cape defying gravity? He pulls a boat into the middle of the city? What a dick move! Somebody has to tow that out now. But this movie's also got a little bit of romance going on, huh? Lois gets this exclusive interview with Superman, where he just conveniently tells all of his weaknesses for the villains to find. But quickly it just devolves into Lois wanting the D. How does she float perpendicular to him? Nonsense. Check out the acres of space that Lois Lane has on her balcony. Like, she's doing pretty well for a reporter. She's doing better than Lex Luthor even. Because Lex Luthor in this movie is apparently some sort of underground subway troll. Apparently this is some sort of money-saving move, but I don't know. I mean, he's a real estate guy and he already owns a lot of it. And he can't have saved that much money because I think he built a library down there. He's got like a beach setup going on, a pool. Those wigs and costumes can't be cheap. Why is he in a little swim cap? This guy is great. You know when the tubas start up, the laughs are a-comin'. This is where the movie sort of loses me, and it gets kind of goofy. So, apparently Lex Luthor's plan, of course, is real estate related, and he owns a bunch of land in California above the fault line, and all the stuff underneath is better land. So instead of using all his riches and power to buy it, he's gonna steal a missile and blow it up, and then knock off part of California into the sea. I feel like there's probably an easier way to do this. I thought Lex Luthor was supposed to be a genius. He's so stupid.
Bye-bye, California. Hello, new West Coast, my West Coast.
Well, he sends out the missile and all hell breaks loose.
Okay, kids, it's all right now.
Hey, it's Superman.
Hey, I'm 30! After all of the many times that Lois's life is in danger in this movie, it finally catches up to her and she dies. Why couldn't it have been Jimmy? He stayed with her so long, her suit cleaned itself. Superman is not gonna take death for an answer. So he's gonna turn back time. He's gonna find a way. Kinda cheating there, Clark. That wouldn't turn back time. That'd just fuck everything up.
It is forbidden for you to interfere in human...
Get out of here, exposition, Dad! but then he catches Lex Luthor off screen. He was the least important part of the movie. And then he just flies them into jail, which I guess he could do from now on. So that's every movie solved then. I don't know, I had a lot of laughs at this movie's expense, but it was very well made. There was some great acting, there was some great effects, it was very romantic. So I enjoyed myself. I got a lot of nitpicks about it, but overall it's a solid movie. So I look forward to seeing the other sequels and seeing how this all pans out. I really know next to nothing about them. Apparently there's some dude named Zod in the next one, so I'm gonna see how that guy is. I bet you he's an upstanding citizen. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I know this is gonna be a fascinating insight into how uncultured I am. So, see you around, guys!
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
You're gonna end up fighting every elected official in this country.